Hello. So today I'm just going to open a little bit of mail, and this is a fresh shipment. This one I've just sliced into actually just to see. I wasn't sure if this was repacked, but this is actually directly from the person who sent it to me. So we'll open it up and I'll tell you a bit about what's inside. Enjoy. Thanks for helping me with a smooth transaction. Nice. Yeah, it was a really nice buy from this person, and they were really cool about everything, and it was pretty mutual. So I'll go to the cards first, because to be honest, I'm trying to remember what cards unless this is again repacked, if this was part of the same thing. Let's see here. Okay, so it was these were just extra protection, which is pretty cool. If you put it in the box with that type of extra protection, it's nice to see. Okay. Oh, good, they're coming out. To me, these look like alpha cards from the back, so we'll have a look at that. I'm very excited. Okay, sweet. So just a couple of cards to pack it out. So yeah, what this is here is this is an alpha hypnotic Specter, and anyway, that's just cool to have. It's really had a bit of a tough life. I'm going to unsleeve it. I don't think I could possibly put any extra wear on it. It's had a bit of a hard thing happen to it here in this corner. It's got such an interesting corner nick. For me, these type of cards are like everything. Like these are the type of, this is like a lot of the cards in my deck and cards I would trade for would kind of be in this condition. So you can see something really intense happened. I think that this was probably like folded in a box or something, just like that. And you can see there's a bit of, see how there's the bottoms all kind of dinged up. For me, that's something that's going to be fun to fix. I'll probably fix that up a little bit, make it nice and flat. And like I intend to play with this card, so it's cool to have an alpha hypnotic Specter to play with. And it's a card that I'm going to consider for my Alpha 40 deck, and I definitely would use that in Alpha Singleton if I get enough variety of cards to play with. So that's a really cool to have. So this is actually a bit of a repack. So that's not from those two things. These are from two different people for a fact, I'm sure. I'll put this hypnotic Specter aside for a second. I'm just very pleased to have it though, and it was a nice eBay auction to win. Okay. There's not too much. There's a little bit of a more story to that. Now that eBay auction, I won it. I didn't actually receive the card because it was listed as not being in the condition as described. I contacted the seller. I'm like, I don't know how that card failed the test, because it's like what? I knew it was pretty high played. I knew it was basically damaged. It's fine, but apparently there was just a touch of a dot of ink somewhere, so it's really minute that the seller didn't notice, and surely would have mentioned otherwise. But we connected outside. I think I can say that, and yeah, so anyway, we end up working a deal out anyway, which is great. So this is the same thing as what's in here. I could open this up too. They probably look very nice next to each other. So the type of era of cards and the type of era of sealed product I like are mostly things that are in the like 1993, 1994 time. Although there are there are others I enjoy. I like looking at Stronghold. I like Mirage Block. Even though Ice Age wasn't well received at the time, and I was personally disappointed when I opened Ice Age. Ice Age, I appreciate it today, and I think it was a good set to itself. It just wasn't like the power level people were expecting. Man, I'm making a mess of this guy. Here we go. Finally. Okay, so these are not the same actually. So this is just what it says it is on it. It's a revised starter deck. I have a few of these. I think they're great. I like picking them up. This one is in really nice condition. Seal is intact. Now the thing I like about this one is there's two types of revised starter decks, or well, maybe in fact someone could say more about it. There's probably more than two types, but there are types that I want to differentiate and say there are types that have 2 rares in the box, and there are types that have up to 3 rares. And the way that you can tell them apart is the The ones that are a little thinner, this is actually a thicker one. So the ones that are thinner can have 2 rares in them. And these are like the same, those deck boxes are the same size as an unlimited deck box. And then they got to the slightly larger one. There's nothing to do with the barcode to tell if you have a larger or thinner one. It's the amount of, the thickness of this brown section here, and then also here. I can find in my collection perhaps an opened one that is thinner. And you'll see that this lower section here, this dark line, is thinner. And that's just how much smaller this box is. And those ones would only have 2 rares. So this one for sure has the possibility of having 3 rares inside, which is pretty cool. And you know, the cards, I mean, that's just amazing. These are revised. This is a revised starter that I could open and pull up a real fresh dual land from maybe one day. And what this is also really cool. This is a foreign black border starter pack. So this is the first printing in Europe. So this one's $14.80. Yeah, I paid $14.80, and this one I only paid $7.95 for. So you can see this is twice as expensive. And so this will have foreign black border cards. So foreign black border duels are probably the highlight of things you could pull out of here. Anyway, it's quite cool. The seal is nicely intact. Nothing really wrong with this one at all either. I'm very happy to have it. These will go into my the sealed collection. Yeah, and that's it. So yeah, that's that was what's in here. And then I'll move along because I think I maybe stayed on that a bit long. Then we'll see what's inside this. So that was easy to open. Actually, it's already open. Cool. So this here, okay, this is a fun one. There's a couple of things in here. So this is, my friend must have repacked this for me. I know what this is. These should be a couple of signed cards from somebody. I won a little Facebook auction, and it should be a Drop of Honey, one of my real favorite cards. I like to work that card into a lot of different deck builds. So it's a signed Drop of Honey, and it's a signed Old Man of the Sea, which are 2 of my totally favorite. Just love the way they look. Love playing with them cards. Not everybody likes signatures, for sure. I do. So there you go. Old Man of the Sea and a beautiful Drop of Honey. Especially, I like getting Susan Vander Kamp's signature. I think it's a neat signature on the side. I also like the way Anson Maddox has an elegant signature. I like it. So those are those 2 guys. We'll move those over to the side. Where's my hippie? Here it is. I'll put those over there for now. And over here, this is just a jambalaya of cards. Sorry, pardon me. I'm just getting over COVID. It's the first time I've ever had it, and it's really been sticking with me a long time, unfortunately. So pardon the coughing. So here, cool, look at this. Here we go. I know who this is from. This is nice to receive. So this is a card, Unlimited Bayou. I'm working on having a play set of Unlimited Duels. This gets me one Bayou closer to that. I like the Japanese City of Brass, and here we have a couple. I think those are really cool to have. And what else in here? I think there's just an accumulation of mazes of this. Mazes on both sides. So that's cool too. Yeah, it's funny. So for cards that have foreign language, my feeling on that is I like foreign languages because I speak a few. But the other thing I like them when it's a card that we all know what it does. I wouldn't want it to be on a card that I actually need to rely on the text to know fully what it does. These ones, you know, if it was also a Maze of If, I would know fully what it does. That's a fine card. If it was a dual land, I'm sure it wouldn't bother me. Hypnotic Specter wouldn't bother me. I probably don't want it to be on like a Chains of Mephistopheles or any card of like, you know, just a more complicated text and stuff like that. That is something that people would be less familiar with. I would like it to be personally on a card that I'm really familiar with, and hopefully other people will be, so they're not confused by the cards I play. So there we go. That's the quick mail day today. Oh, actually, it's not true. Hold on. There was one more thing in this box of stuff that I opened up, so I'll get it on this video. It's getting a bit long. We can do one more. So this was also an auction. So I'm kind of into the auctions here. This was from eBay, and I'm trying to remember. I don't own a lot of these. I don't even know how to open this thing. It's hilarious. But everybody who has one of these knows exactly how to open it. Oh, there we go. There's a clue. So I was looking for some dice. So this came with a whole bunch of dice, which is neat. And did it come with cards? I have absolutely no idea. No. cool. But it does give me a deck box, so it's a cool deck box. Some life counters. I think that's a Zendikar one. What are all these other ones? This one is just, I have no idea if that's anything special whatsoever. I don't think, I didn't know if any of these were special, just to say right away. I just kind of picked them up. So, is that War of the Spark perhaps? This would be an M19. So I guess these are all Zendikars, right? Where's the 20 on this somewhere? Yeah, there's another Zendikar. Nice dice, actually. Okay, so Zendikar. That's also War of the Spark, maybe, even though it has a very, I don't know how that works. Looks like the other one. This one's probably a War of the Spark. Oh my gosh, where's the 20? I'm spinning this thing all day. I think that they hid the 20 inside it on me. Where the heck is the 20? Oh my gosh. Okay, laugh at me if I've passed it already. 19, okay, 18, 17, fine. Is this one of those? There we go. Oh my gosh. How did that elude me for so long? I'm going to guess that's Modern Horizons then. Push those all in. Okay, so just accumulation of dice. I don't think any of them are particularly valuable dice. But it does give me some dice, so that's cool. All right, that's it. I just bid on it because I needed a box to put my stuff in, and it was a secondhand box, and it came with some dice. You know, there we go for some decks, for some fun. All right, well, thanks again for watching this video. If you enjoy the hobby, if you're collecting stuff, if old sealed product is like super interesting to you, if it's the cards, feel free. If I have uploaded this to YouTube, please feel free to leave a comment, say hi. It'd be a pleasure to hear from you, and cheers to the next one.